Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Today's May 12th. Happy day, happy day. Hey, you know why I'm here, right? Because I feel like it. Absolutely, absolutely. Remember that time is fluid. Whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Anyway, so I was in my feelings a little bit ago. You know how Facebook likes to remind you of your memories of your past, right? So, yeah, it reminded me of, it always pops up on my photos from 5 years ago, which is ironic because 5 years ago is when I began my journey, right? That's when the tower was falling in my life. And, what it did was it just showed me how far I've come, right? It's like I looked at it and I was like, damn, girl, you came out, you made it. You know what I'm saying? You came through all of that, nigga. All that you had to overcome from that point to now. It's like you held that shit together. You held it down, nigga. That's what I feel I did. It made me emotional because I could see the sad, because I know what I experienced, right? I could see the sadness, like I had the dark circles under my eyes and shit. I was coming out of a fight for my life, for real, on all aspects, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. The fight for my life, man, for real. I was going down a dark path, right? And it was because of my inability to face my own fears and face myself, right? That I, attached myself and to things that were so unhealthy for me. And, God showed me where I would end up, how it would end. My life will be cut short, period, point blank, period, because he showed me that, and it was enough to scare me straight. And it wasn't just about stopping the using. I had to heal. I had to heal those aspects of me that used because I didn't want to feel it. You understand? And he put me in a safe place, man, like being in the nest in the Lightseer's deck, right? He put me in a safe place so that I could heal and he could, allow me to get it out, right? To grieve. Whew. Because I remember all of that. I remember up until this day, till right now, I'm still in my process, you know what I mean? I'm still in my process. But I know, what I know is different is the energy is different. Back there, it was darkness, it was confusion, it was heartache, it was sadness, it was addictions. You know what I mean? It was disappointment. It was regret. I was more than anything disappointed in myself. You know what I mean? And how I was disappointing my family, right? In some way, shape, or form, right? And not to say that, I mean in a way that I was presenting myself. That's what I mean. Anyway, I'm gonna post that picture, guys. Yeah, it had me really look at how far I've come, right? And emotionally, more than anything, everything that was at stake for me, everything that I lost, man, and it, it ain't know how it was detached, but it was detached. It don't matter, the form or how it happened, right? So anyway, whew, child. So if you have Facebook, they will show you what you was looking like back then, right? But I could see the energy in my spirit, I remember. So I'm gonna get some oracle cards. I'm not gonna get those first. I'm gonna get one of these first. And let's get us a reading, all right? Because I feel good. And I got some good juju to share. Spirit, what's the message here? For my collective. Remember that time is fluid. Whenever you see this message is when you're meant to see it. Journal reading may not resonate with everyone, which is fine. Don't worry about it. So please only take what resonates and leave the rest. And this is for entertainment purposes. Oh, we got Here's Your Do-Over. Golly. Ain't that something? That's the one we're going with. And it's got intentional stillness. Yes, your stillness was intentional so that you could heal. So that God can heal you. Oh, I could see somebody like wrapped up in bandages, getting a full body, a full identity makeover. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can rebuild you, make you stronger. The $6 million woman, the $6 million man, all those broken parts, right? Come on, man. Here's your do-over. Look at Spirit. Listen, this is gonna be an oracle reading because I'm gonna be using mostly oracle decks. All right. So I do have tarot out here, but we'll see if we get to it. 29 could be significant. 92 could be significant. Here's your do-over. Wow. I love it, Spirit. Thank you so much. I receive it. I receive it, y'all. Receive it. In the comments, receive it. Yes, here's your do-over. What's the message here for the collective? What's the message here for the collective? Wow. If I could turn back time. If I could something. Ingenuity. Flame. Flame. Ingenuity. Regeneration. Listen, I'm even hearing like you're getting more access to usage of your brain. Nebula energy. All right, we're gonna put that one out here. I don't know why I'm picking up. You manifested this. This is what you manifested. This is what you imagined. Ooh, maybe you thought maybe you imagined or wished that you could get a do-over. Wow, some of y'all finna get a do-over for real. Look at this. What did I talk about? Remember I talked about the detaching? It doesn't matter how it happened, but it did, right? For a reason, to bring peace. Share the love, baby. 36 could be significant. 63 could be significant. I feel like something is about to be ignited. Okay, you could be about to embark on something new. All right, a new idea, a new craft. I'm picking up like entrepreneurship. This could even be spiritual work. Success and growth, detached again. What's going on here, Spirit, for my collective flow? 10, completion. Look, with those arrows, that's like a compass. It's what I'm getting, north, south, east, and west. All right, and it's like if you're wondering which way to go, which way, if this is what somebody is asking themselves. Oh my God, I could never. It's like so much information. Somebody's wondering which way do they go, and Spirit is saying whichever. Go with the flow. Go with whatever ignites your passion. Go with what brings you joy and encouragement and upliftment, right? And it's also something about you also doing the same for others. Okay, so take that how it resonates. Seek. Look at that. Peace. There goes them doves again. What was I went outside today for my walk. And like, I've seen doves. You know, I know how they get down. I've seen crows. I know how they get down. But what's so funny, right, is when it's this tree that I go to, and man, listen, and when I looked up, I seen them all together, the doves and the crows, right? It was two doves, two crows, and they were just sitting there together, right? And I was like, look at this shit. I said, these suckers out here doing, I don't know what I was thinking about. Like, they out here doing it, they out here together. And okay, what was the energy was that we don't get along. We clash somehow or some reason, right? We're not supposed to be able to get along with each other or something, right? And you look at doves as peace, and you look at crows as negative, right? Ain't that right? Ain't that how we see them? We always see them as darkness, and we see doves as peace. And they were sitting together in the tree. They were doing their thing. You hear me? So, how I think in spirit, peace and, darkness can coexist if you bring balance into the situation, right? I feel like that's what you did. I feel like you had to experience the darkest sides of people, right? So that you can learn and adapt, your mind, your spirit. It was like a test. You know what I'm trying to say, y'all, right? So yeah, and having that balanced out. Also with this, here's your do-over. You're getting this do-over because you completed a cycle, because you learned the lessons, you paid your debts. I mean, I don't even want to call it debts, because it's not debts. These are lessons that you willingly learn, right? Because a lot of people, they don't listen. They all right where they at, right? They be there for the rest of their life. That they happy, they complete. That's as far as they want to go. They comfortable, right? But sometimes when you're called to do something else, it's not just about your comfortability. You may have agreed to lead, right? You may have agreed to do some kind of spiritual work. I heard, yep. To uplift, to help, to heal. More than anything, is about healing the heart. You heal the heart, you can heal the whole body. Thank you, Spirit. You're being called to lead. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. Okay. What we got here? And rebuild. Man, listen, the heart. You heal the heart. You heal what? You heal everything. You heal the whole body. You heal the world. You heal hunger. You heal sickness. All of that. Because we will be more conscious of what we do and how we treat each other and how we treat ourselves and how we treat the earth. Embrace and reverse throat chakra speaking. You could be called to speak. Rebuild. You got rebuild. You get, this is your do-over. And I started when I said my tower, right? What's going on here, Spirit? Yeah, you're here to help rebuild humanity. That's what I'm hearing. An earth angel. Wow, look at that. Ingenuity. And you're not going to be doing it in the traditional way. That's what I heard, okay? You're not going to be doing it in the traditional way. It's like just like we as human beings, we evolve. We evolve in social status. We evolve in physical status. We evolve in the way we think and our intellect, right? Things change. Things grow. We're going into the next millennial. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying that to say, don't look at leadership and trying to build humanity in a traditional way. Like, I know I love my Bible because that's a manuscript for me. That's like my guidebook. All right, okay, and it, never mind all that. But that's what it is for me. Everybody don't have to read it. That's on y'all. However you do whatever you do, that's completely up to you. How you connect with the Most High is completely up to you. But that book is still useful. That book is still alive. That book can still navigate and show you and walk you through some shit that's going on today, because it's already written. All right, so the Bible is that's a living Bible. Those words. It don't matter who wrote it. God, come on. He put it on the tabernacles, on those plates, those stone plates. How it was translated, put it in. The truth is always in there. You hear me? But anyway, you don't have to stay in a box. You will not be staying in a box, because how are you going to reach people with something that happened 4,000 years? I'm trying to get my words together, child. 4,000 years. I'm trying to get the numbers together. I don't want to go back too far. How are you supposed to, use that? Look, half the time people read the Bible, they don't even understand the language. But we've evolved. We speak different. Our dialect is different. Society is different. We have to meet people where we at. Listen, he will use the lowest of the low to reach his people. I heard the fruit is ripe. It's harvest time. That means it's time to go out here and call in the sheep. There are people that are perishing. There are people that are wondering, what do I do? How do I do? Where do I go? Who is this God? There's people that are looking, come on now, for a way out of the mental pit that they're in, right? Because whatever we are on our environment in the 3D, it's already up here first. So you feeling me? Come on, Spirit. What we got here? New vitality. Yes, you have new vitality. You rebuilding. Come on, yes. It's like clearing out your chakras. Look at that. A new tune. You have a new tune. You're singing a new tune. Thank you, Spirit. You're using your gifts as well. Remember, what's that guy's name that called all the mice out of town with the flute? Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Some of y'all might, if you're old enough, right? Win or lose. Listen, that's the truth. What's this? Let's get some more. Let me see. What I said I was going to do. I'm going to use a couple of these, and then I'm going to read the cards, okay? Look at that. That's the truth, baby. Spirit said, yep, right on track. You're on track. Yep, 4 swords. Listen, coming out of isolation. You done thought all you need to thought, you done heard and thought about and prayed on and meditated to continue to do those things on a daily basis to keep your clarity, keep them chakras clear, right? So that when you're out of alignment, you can recognize it. All right? What's going on here, Spirit? For my collective. They getting a do-over. And you're being called to lead, to rebuild, to help rebuild, right? We can only do so much, but that helps because it creates a ripple effect. Look at this 9 of Pentacles. Man, listen. Very independent energy here. You know how to take care of yourself. You learn how to take care of yourself. 6 of Cups. Memories, nostalgia. Oh, wow. Remember I said that's what I was thinking about today when I seen the photo? I was nostalgic, right? Like, yeah, look how far you've come. Look how far you've come, collective. In Spirit. Look how far you've come. Well, we got the King of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. You're somebody that's very intelligent. You're a truth speaker, male or female. The energy doesn't matter. But you're very strong. And I feel like I hurt because you had to be. Especially if you're very independent, right? You work for yourself, you work alone, you've been building on your own, you created your own little nest, right? You had to be strong. You and build and stand in your truth and your power. And that's bringing in you 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, look at who is that? Somebody envious, Lord. We're going to skip that part. Let's keep going. Yeah, ignore them, right? Yeah. You have to ignore them. You're going to have people that don't like that you've stepped into this energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. But don't be resistant to where you're being led. That's what I'm trying to tell you, too. Okay? Because you have a lot of things that are helping you to get these messages out. It's like your spirit. The universe is allowing you to tap into areas that a lot of people aren't willing to go. Right? Yes. And Spirit said, and anybody can do it. But many are called, few are chosen. Because it ain't easy. Hangman in reverse. 10 of Wands. Conflict. Burdens. Stress. It's like you can see where a lot of stress is coming from. High Priestess. And the Strength card. Look at this, y'all. And the Strength card. And Judgment. Stop playing. King of Wands. I said what I said. I mean what I said. There's somebody that could be King of Wands. When I picked up the energy I'm picking up is somebody that the King of Gossip. Could be a woman. Okay, there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot. You know, I heard there's somebody that's throwing a lot of dirt on your name. Somebody's definitely trying to taint your character. Somebody wants you to feel embarrassed or ashamed or something like that. It's like somebody's trying to block your messages. High Priestess, the Strength card and Judgment. Somebody didn't realize how strong you were or who you were. Boom. Or who you were. What was they saying about my collective spirit? Yeah, and you are protected. This is also giving me Archangel Michael with these swords, the truth. It's like somebody's guarding you. You could have a passed over loved one that's around you as well. Shit, God. Child, listen, that protects you, like I said. You have definitely got an angel that's was sent to protect you and protect your 10 of Pentacles, your legacy, your whatever it is that you're working on that's going to get you through to the rest of your life and the next. Right, this is something that's in your tree. This is fruit in your tree. That's what I heard. This is fruit on your tree. What's going on? Yeah, somebody tried to take it from you. Somebody also tried to get you to abandon it. Somebody tried to get you to abandon that tree. Not to plant those seeds. Not to go forth for something that was already meant for you. Remember, I think I started when I said it was already written. Because there was already a position for you. There was already a position that was made for you, right? You just had to get there. You had to qualify for the job. Thank you, Spirit. 4 swords in reverse. 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. You had to qualify for it. You had to work for it. You had to put in the work. Ten of Cups. I heard Spirit said this isn't a position of seniority. This is a position of skill. Oh, come on now. This is a position of skill. And you speak the truth, especially when it comes to your faith. You hear me? You're loyal to none. You hear me? This is where your faith is, right there. That's where your loyalty is, right there. You took an oath to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you, Spirit. What's this message? And he did, yes, he said, and I did send in somebody to protect you, what you worked hard for, and your inheritance. Thank you, Spirit. Four Swords in reverse. This is family. This Four Swords in reverse, because it keeps coming out. It keeps showing up. Upright. Surrender, but this is telling me that you're no longer laying down. You know what I mean? I feel like this may be you getting back up to fight again. Like this is your second chance, right? 4 wands for happiness. Ooh, come on, Spirit, for happiness, love, family, children if you want them, all of that. Ooh wee, and that's judgment. Listen, because you worked hard, baby. You put in the work. You busy bee. You transform, butterfly. Oh, I love this. I'm going to reach out his cards. Look at this. And you got an 8. Man, listen, you earned this. You deserve this. This is your do-over. Wow. Yeah, no longer feeling left out in the cold. Queen of Cups, a Knight of Cups, 2 of Cups. Yeah, well, we ain't even going to finish that. I'm going to read y'all cards. I'm not going to even give them the energy. Nope, don't even let nobody steal. Uh-oh, card falling. Hang on, y'all. Let me just see what we got here. We got intentional stillness and protect your boundaries. Protect your boundaries, right? Because this transition is happening, baby. But that ain't the one we're going to read. I like this. What we got here? Okay, here we go. 29. Here's your do-over. Here's your do-over. Failure is a chimera. Part beast, part blessing. Right? Double-edged sword. It lurks just beyond our greatest plans, terrifying us. But when we're willing to fail, that toothsome chimera can become our ally. When we dare to befriend what we fear most, we become resilient, fierce. When failure threatens to overcome you, its bite tries to convince you are dying. But it's lying. Your soul is forged of lightning and stardust, and it cannot be destroyed. But only you can prove this truth to yourself by getting back up after failure. Insist on remembering who you really are and what you are really made of. There is magic in the wake of a fiasco, and failure gives you with a chance to refine your plans. Any path that leads astray shows us how to find a better way. Amen. When we embrace failure, we tame the beast that once terrified us. Oh. And what's this one? Okay, ingenuity. Let's read ingenuity. What number is that? 36. All right. Flank. Yeah, flame. Okay, ingenuity. Ooh, these are some little letters. Okay. Fire has been a symbol of creativity and passion for millennia. It is a symbol of survival. Confirmation. Transformation and ingenuity. In many cultures, the mythos of fire is one that allows civilization to be given to humans and is the start of our development as cultured people. Remember when I talked about how we change and how our culture changes and society changes? We're not in the same age, the same days. Listen, I said that. What? Okay, this is the only card. Okay. What often sets us apart from most other species is the complexity of our ingenuity. Yet there are a few aspects of civilizing that absolutely sped up our human development. Amen. And one of those was the capture of fire. Fire gave us the ability to eat more foods that we're not that were not available to us without cooking. It kept us warm in inclement weather. hmm It enabled certain hunting techniques and better tool making, and eventually the use of metals. Prometheus, the son of the Titan Lepidus, was asked by Zeus to create man. I ain't gonna read all that. I guess I should. I mean, because it's all entertainment, right? Because this is like going against what you talking about? All right, stay open, Stacy. Stay open. If you're gonna use the cards, you gotta stay open. Okay. Prometheus, the son of the Titan Lepidus, was asked by Zeus to create man. After after deftly forming men from water and earth, the humans that were formed by sacred clay were fashioned in the god's image, unlike other animals. These new beings became beloved by Prometheus, even though it seemed they had no fur for warmth, no great teeth for protection, were short-lived, and possessed few skills to help them survive well. Wow. Feeling pity for his magnificent creations, Prometheus decided to help them, although he knew to do so would bring upon him the wrath of the king of all gods, Zeus. Already in trouble for his foresight in tricking Zeus into accepting a different, and in Zeus' eyes, lesser way of men honoring and sacrificing to him, Prometheus could only at first watch as Zeus took the vital gift of fire from mankind. Prometheus knew that fire would allow man to grow and thrive and was necessary for their survival. He knew that all art and skills such as metal making would only blossom with fire. So Prometheus crept into Zeus's own hearth and lit a small flame within a stalk of giant fennel, took the fire, and was able to escape the notice of Zeus, but not for long. Zeus was outraged that man now had fire, and fire would mean progression and growth. Zeus instructed Hephaestus, Vulcan, to fashion woman, yes, as a negative distraction for man. You believe that shit? We ain't no negative distraction. We bring forth man. What you talking about? And no river, the body of Prometheus. I ain't gonna read these anymore. I'm done with that, y'all. But ingenuity, in the beginning, it hits on what we were talking about, right? Yeah, I don't know. You know, that's not the energy I wanted. I don't want to distract from the message with, what do you call it? Mythical information, because that's what it is, mythology. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to wrap that up. I hope y'all enjoyed the message. It looks great. You got a do-over coming, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tarot Dome. All right, y'all.